Hey guys, it's Victoria and welcome back to FemmeHead. Today I want to talk about finding yourself in a winter rut and some ideas on how to get out of that. I always struggle with winter. It's just, and I think a lot of people do, just the cold, the darker days. Thankfully it's like a blue sunny sky out right now, but it's also like 14 degrees. So today I just want to go through, I think I have like 12 things I want to talk about, different just things to think about to get out of like the hole you find yourself in during winter, because it's a very real thing and a lot of people experience it. But I think there are ways that you can combat it and hopefully make winter more of an enjoyable time for you. So I'm just gonna kind of go through them and talk about like what I mean by each, and it should be a pretty quick, simple video. So let's get into it. Number one is find sunlight. I think that's the most important thing. That's one of my biggest grievances with winter, is just how dark it is all the time. So if it is sunny out, make the most out of it. Make sure your shades are open, you're letting sunlight into your house. Get outside, physically feel the sunlight on your skin, even when it's cold. Just like stand in the sun for a while. Another aspect of this that I found works for me is a sunrise alarm clock. This is our second winter. I don't ever use it in the summer because I wake up with the sun, or the sun's already up when I'm getting up, so I don't need it to like get me out of bed. But in the winter, it's still dark when you're trying to wake up usually, and it just helps gradually wake you up rather than jolting you out of your sleep. I moved it, used to be in like a shelf kind of in the corner of our room so it would shine over both of us, and I've moved it literally right next to my face so it hits me and like hits Michael who's next to me, and I find that it always wakes me up. I always wake up before the actual alarm goes off, and it's just a much nicer way to wake up in the morning. Number two is exercise. Even if it's just a walk, just going outside and walking, do not be afraid to bundle up properly and go outside and walk around. Like, that has been one of my big goals this year. I got snow boots. I dug out Michael's snow pants from the closet yesterday, and even though they're like 3 sizes too big for me, I paper clipped them like with one of the jumbo paper clips together so I could put them over my jeans or put them over my leggings, because I just don't have pants that are warm enough, and even layering them, it's too tight, it's too restrictive, and you get to a place and then you're overheated, and it's nice to just be able to take snow pants off. A nice pair of gloves, hat, a good coat, scarf. Make it so all your skin except for your eyeballs is covered, and it makes it so much better. Find a gym, get a yoga pass, go rock climbing. Do the fun things that you don't normally do in the summer because they're indoor activities and you're like, well, I should be outside. Doing things outside is free, or I should be enjoying the weather. Use this to try out something maybe you've been curious about that you haven't because it's an indoor activity. Number three is to drink more water. I am awful, just terrible at drinking water. I'm never hydrated enough. I can never drink enough water. I'm gonna have to like come up with a challenge to drink more water because I'm so bad at it, and especially when it's cold, it's hard for me to drink water. Herbal tea is a great way to get it in. Your skin is going to be dry when it's cold out. My skin is so dry right now, like it got slapped in the face when I came back from the warm weather, and it is just like so dry around here, and it's just patchy, and I know if I would just drink more water it would be better, so I'm trying just to have water around me at all times and to remember to drink it. And it's also going to help with your digestion and energy, which are both very important things if you're not as active or are feeling a little unmotivated. So just drink more water. Number four is eat healthy, and drink more water and eat healthier are annoying things, but they're things you need to keep in mind because winter is a time that we all like to eat comfort food. I'm just as guilty of it as the next person. It's important, especially in winter, to be getting all your vitamins, minerals, and like nutrition to just help you function and combat the not getting as much sun, or like not having as much sunlight during the day, not being able to be outside as much, that sort of thing. Just make sure you're packing in as much nutrients as possible. Number five is socialize. Do not just let yourself become a hermit. It's so hard to convince yourself to leave your house when it's freezing cold outside, but I promise seeing people and having conversations is just going to get your wheels turning. It's going to give you energy. It's going to be so beneficial. Make time for your friends and your family. Not going to regret it. If you're spending all of your time shuffling from work to home and just staying inside and not wanting to go out, you're not doing any good for your mental and emotional well-being if you're not giving yourself time to socialize outside of work, or work alone like me at all. So it's just really important, I think, to socialize, and that is always a goal of mine, to socialize more. 6 is to go and try something new. Try to pick up a new hobby, painting, rock climbing, swimming, something that you've always been curious about giving a go, but you haven't. Is there a class that you can take for fun or to benefit you in the long run? I would really like to, and I keep saying it, and I need to get a pass to our Y because it now has the pool finished, and I would really love to work on my swimming. Number 7 is to read some books. Escape your current world and go visit another by choosing a nice book. You can still be present in your day-to-day life, but it's fun to go on like a little adventure or read a different story. I like books. You're not going to be going out and having picnics in the park, and there's nothing wrong with Netflix, but don't spend all of your time on Netflix and just kind of lose yourself in it, because that's not the best thing. This is a great time to catch up on some reading. There's something about it being chilly out and like getting something warm to drink in a blanket and curling up on your bed or your couch and reading a good book. I love to read before bed. I try to make it a point to read like an hour. I usually read like half an hour and then I'm sleepy. What better time in the year to read a book than now? Number 8 is don't avoid the outdoors. This kind of goes along with getting sunlight. There are so many fun winter activities out there, and you may live in a place like me where there's no mountains, or so you can't go skiing or snowboarding or any fun things like that. But there's also ice skating, sledding, building a snowman, like just those childhood activities that were so much fun that we don't do enough as adults. But like I said, just bundle up properly and get out there, and it's really not that bad if you're properly dressed. Go on a walk through the snow like Michael and I have. It's really beautiful. It like has been snowing recently, and it's just so white and soft and like smooth, and it's really, really pretty. And then if you don't feel cooped up all the time, like you can actually go out and enjoy snow activities that you can only do in the winter, it just makes it more enjoyable and not such a dark, horrible time. Next, Hygge It Up. I was a little late on the Hygge bandwagon, and it's been around forever. Seriously, if you haven't heard of it, like Google it. It's a wonderful thing, and it's a great thing to strive for. In the winter, you can hygge all year round, but winter is a great time for it. Candles, fire, warmth, friendship, conversation, what's not to love about it? And I try to view the winter months as, ooh, this is a time that I get to like cozy up and really hygge it up. And I know it gets played out too much and that sort of stuff, but there's a lot of good that comes from it, and just kind of having that mindset I think is very beneficial. Next, declutter and clean. This isn't a fun, exciting one, but there's a lot of benefits to it. Because what better time to go through all of your crap than when you're stuck inside anyways, or maybe it's really cold out or snowing out and you don't want to go outside and you're inside anyways, why not go through your stuff? Watch YouTube videos, read blogs, watch cleaning montages. Those are really enjoyable. I love them. And it just really gets you jazzed up to like, oh, I want to go through all my stuff. Like I'm feeling that now, and I just recently, I think this fall, went through everything. Things are starting to settle. It's hard to be motivated to clean when it's cold and you just don't have energy. So I can feel myself gearing up for a clean. I promise you won't regret it. You won't feel like you wasted your time, and it's going to give you energy, and it's going to make you feel so much better when everything's like put away and clean. Plan a trip. I know this isn't possible for everyone, but it doesn't have to be some overseas trip. It could just be a couple hours away. It could simply be driving south a couple of hours so it's just a little bit warmer. It could be just going to a different city in your state to just switch things up. But if you can get somewhere warm for a few days, it doesn't have to be drastically warmer. Like we went to Phoenix and it was in the 60s, and so it was still chilly, but it was a lot warmer than here. It makes a big difference. And even if it's months away, even if you can't take a trip during winter, but you know you're going somewhere in the spring or summer or whatever, it's fun to have something to look forward to, and the more time you spend planning a trip, the more you're going to actually get out of that trip, and the more you're going to enjoy it, the more memories you're going to make. So take time to plan a trip, even if it's months away. And finally, this is a great time to work on your habits and routines. Do you have a solid morning routine in place that gets you jazzed to get out of bed every day? And do you have a nighttime routine that really helps you calm down and sleep well during the night? Is it a great time to make some changes? Are there habits that you've been wanting to change, add in, take out? Also, I like making things into a challenge, whether that's just with me or inviting like friends to do it with me. Like water, I think I'm going to be making that into a little 30-day challenge or longer than that. It just makes it more fun, and it gives you something to like strive for instead of just saying, oh, I'd like to drink more water. Oh, I really need to drink more water. I'm constantly saying it, but to say, right, I'm going to challenge myself to drink this many ounces of water a day. Those are just some of the ideas I have about getting out of the winter rut. I'm in it right now, hardcore. hardcore. We've got some fun trips coming up, so we know we're gonna be getting out of the cold, which makes it a lot easier. I know everyone can't do that, so I think changing your mindset about everything is very beneficial. And look at the positives of the winter months, things you can accomplish, things you can try. It's gonna make it more enjoyable for you. So just, yeah, try to change how you look at things, and you'd be surprised how your perspective changes as well. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to subscribe for more of moi. I have some exciting stuff coming in 2019, and I don't want you to miss out on it. So hit that red subscribe button, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.